Hey, everybody, we're inside.
Episode 13.
Yeah,
Don't Pass Go.
Don't Pass Go podcast.
Coming live.
Oh, we got words. Okay.
Coming live from the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Of this humble abode I call home.
You call it home.
Yeah.
I call it working house. Working house.
We'll probably get interrupted still somehow. In my own kitchen.
Somebody come running over.
Right.
There'd be... Well, a neighbor be one or Jehovah's Witness comes knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You want
This
to
is
talk
working
about
right.
You want to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we came inside because it's a little chilly out now. We don't have the studio quite built out yet.
No, we have an idea though.
Yeah.
We have a footprint, if you will.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting. Hopefully, within the next few weeks, we'll be able to show you guys the watchers of our beautiful faces, our new place. But yeah, it was like, I don't know, I woke up around 6 this morning, and I think my phone told me it was like 27 degrees out, so I was like, man.
I went outside to our studio and I took a tour and I could see my breath. You know? So yeah, it's time to come in.
Yeah.
Zach, you have to wait another year till you can jump into the pool because it's now covered.
It is now covered.
Yeah.
Did we make 100?
No.
Over all of our platforms. I think we were like 4 or 5 short or something I saw, but thanks for the
we were
push.
Over 80. We were over 80 when I added them all up.
It was a good
80.
push.
Yeah.
It was a good push because we were well under like 60.
Yeah. So
I think we were mid 50s there. So good push by you guys. Thank you. Next year I will do something crazy. I mean, I don't know. You guys can pick up the ideas or send in the ideas of what you think. Excuse me. You would like to see me do if we do hit over 100, but
I mean, I'm thinking we'd still do something for the 100th.
Yeah, for
we
the
get
100
plays,
yeah.
100 plays on the YouTube and Spotify.
Yeah.
For one episode.
Yeah, if we do that, I will. The next time it snows, I will go do Snow Angels and a Speedo.
Okay. I don't want to see that though. Maybe our viewers do.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the viewers.
Maybe they have better ideas.
If you have better ideas, please suggest.
Yeah.
So to spare us from seeing Zach in a Speedo doing.
Oh, come on! I got like the complexion of Casper, buddy. Like it's,
won't
know where the snow
right.
Where my body is and the snow ends. You know.
Well, I think we both have the complexion of paste.
Yeah.
Elmer's glue skin tone. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's we had to come inside, but that's cool. We can talk about our sports and our ideas and thoughts over some coffee and some C4 energy.
Yeah.
You were courteous enough today to get me some shout out Curly Tail. That's a shout out. That's not a sponsorship. So, I mean, we would take sponsorships, but
Curly Tail, we're talking to you.
Yeah.
Jason, Nicole, calling you out. But it is delicious. I actually chugged mine already. Yeah. So. Actually, I probably should not be drinking a C4 just after a coffee.
You're going to be probably zooming and shitting all at the same time.
Well, how I woke up this morning, let me tell you something. The Steeler game drove me to drinking a few vodka and Sobeys.
Wow,
a few Tito's and Sobeys. If you remember Sobe, like the drink with the little lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, the Craft House has it on the gun.
Came in glass bottles back in the day. That and balls. Those are the two.
Right. And Mel's has it on the gun too.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, the game definitely would drive anybody want to.
They try to give it away a few times.
You have we've finally gotten our first opening drive points
with
of
a
the
touchdown.
season with a touchdown.
Dude, they look like freaking
world beaters.
Dude, that first drive was unbelievable. Why was Matt Canada on the field this week and not up in the booth? I don't know why.
Oh, that was a change from administration.
Yeah, they're like, you gotta get your ass on the field.
Yeah, they
want them to hear the boos from down in the field.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how you don't hear the boos up in the box.
Unbelievable.
It's loud. It is loud. And I'm sure they were booing last night again because, we scored that touchdown and then we go 3 and out the next, I think, 3 or 4 drives. Yeah. So, yeah, it wasn't, but they said that the organization wanted a change, and this was one of them to try to get him more down there to where he can see what the players are seeing more, talk to them first him right there. They're not on a phone, talking from the booth down.
Emotion.
Yeah, you get the emotion, look in their eyes, see what's going on. And I really think, I don't know if that helped stuff, but like, I don't know what got it in Najee, but that was the best game he's had.
For sure.
This whole season.
He looked pissed off all game.
Oh, yeah.
He just looked like he was pissed off, like, wow, man. I don't know.
Do you think he was trying to show up Derrick Henry and be like, I'm the best Alabama back on the field tonight, like that?
I didn't think about that. I mean, I didn't think about that dynamic. I mean, I knew they were from Bama, but like, I didn't, I don't know. Maybe.
Because
hey, I'm the new Bama back.
We're both athletes, not at their level, but I mean, we tried.
Just slightly under.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
I still play men's pickup basketball, but I mean,
I picked up a basketball.
30 and older that we're playing. But anywho, but like it just you have that competitive nature in you where it's like I want to show you that I'm the better back right now coming out of Alabama. Yeah. And
he tried like hell.
He tried. I mean, and Derrick Henry did well too. Yeah. Like he's a big boy to try to keep down for a whole game. You know what I mean?
And he got his momentum rolling a little bit, and he's so hard to bring down.
Yeah.
Once he gets that downhill speed going, but if you stop him at the line, if you hold him to like about the line of scrimmage, you bounce him around a little bit there. He comes down.
Yeah.
Big tree fall hard, but But if he gets that momentum,
he gets 3 strides.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yep.
Then you got to make a decision, like life decision. Do I want to get bowled over and possibly get hurt, become a meme on the internet, and get taken out of this game, or do I just like try to tackle him at the legs and hope for the best?
Yeah. If you're the Tennessee Titan, why don't you just drop him back 15 yards at the start of the play and then let him just fucking get a full set of steam, hit that line of scrimmage, because who wants to be in that way? No one. And then I thought it was going to be that injury to our inside linebacker to Holcomb. Yeah. Oh, that was gnarly. Did you see the picture? No, I didn't see it. So I just left the Elks, was on my way to the Kraft house, and like I just saw our Tennessee took over, and they had like first down and 19, and then I took off. I'm like, oh, we're going to hold them. Nope. Holcomb got hurt, and they had to go first down out of that. So. Yeah, it was gnarly, but I mean, we did get the win. It's like, and then back to you had to drink a couple because we first drive looked great on offense. First drive on defense, you decided to give almost 60 yards in penalties.
Yeah, the penalties are a killer. I mean,
they were ticky tack too. Some of them. I'm not going to say the refs, but at the end of the game, that one, what they call illegal contact downfield, that was a terrible call, and that almost cost us the game. Yeah, that was a 4th down play. That game was over.
Do you think it was because the Steelers players and coaches publicly came out this week and bitched about the reffing last week?
I mean,
and now the refs are like, they have, like we were saying, like as athletes, you have a competitive nature. Refs
taking care of their own.
Take care of their own too. I'm not speculating here, but I'm speculating. I think that some of them calls were
vendetta,
like F you, like if it's even remotely close, I'm gonna throw the flag.
And I'm usually not the guy that's like, the referees cost us the game, but dude, they almost really did. Yeah, and a few of them calls were ticky tack. Yeah, and you're giving up 50. It was 50 some yards in the first drive. Yeah, 55 yards I think in the first drive, and
that's.
And
if you guys don't know, the field is 100, so you just gave up over half the field in just
on the first drive. And then the end of the game, they had almost same thing. They drove right down the field via the penalties. After we had some good stops on 3rd and 4th down, but
my thing is back to the offensive side, and mainly Kenny Pickett. Where do you go the first 3 quarters? Like that 4th quarter, you look like the Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, elite style quarterback. Yeah. Bam, 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 making the passes, making the right decisions, getting the ball.
It almost felt like that last drive when we scored. It almost like it just seemed inevitable we were scoring that drive. Yeah, it really did. It just felt like we're scoring.
The mojo was going.
I almost didn't have a doubt. Yeah, it was weird.
But
I have no idea why I felt that way.
Quarter 1, 2, and 3, it's like This guy can't play high school football. Right. What are you talking about?
He had some glimpses.
Yeah.
You put him in third down and 8. It's might as well punt the ball. Because if you third down and 1,
punter's not that great either. So.
Dude, sometimes you'll lay a punt out there and it looks like awesome, 65-yard punt. Holy shit, dude! All year, and then next one's it's 15 yards.
15 yards and it's out of bounds.
It's 4 rows high in the stands.
It's like he's the most inconsistent guy.
Unbelievable! I can't believe he's still a professional punter.
I don't get it either. Like you said, he has some beautiful punts. Don't get me wrong.
He does.
But listen to the Pat McAfee show and how he talks about punting. Like you're aiming as a punter. Like you're trying to get it. You're aiming for that 10-yard line, or if you're too far back, you're aiming for that 15 or 20.
Yeah.
I swear he just says, "I'm just gonna kick this thing high in the air and see where it goes." Like there's no aiming. I feel
it's like spray and pray.
Boom. Yeah. Just throw it up there. See, hopefully it goes somewhere good. Right.
It's unbelievable. I don't know if he gets the yips or what. But
he cracks me up because there's so many people that get on both sides. There's people that get really, really pissed at him, and there's people that get he does he's such a good punter, blah blah blah. He has a couple bad ones. I'm just in the middle. I'm just
what other punter in the league it just has a couple bad ones?
Be realistic. Like this guy, if we didn't draft him,
yeah, it's crazy too.
We probably would have cut him by now. But because they don't want to look, I feel like they don't want to look like a failure and wasting another draft pick on a player that didn't succeed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only reason that keeps him around. Yeah. I really do. Like if we would have picked him up on a just undrafted free agent signing or he was just a free agent, we signed him. I swear he would have been cut last year.
Yeah.
Where he should have probably been. But
I'd rather take a 53-yard punt average all day consistently than freaking all right, maybe you get 265 yards, great, boom, that's excellent. But then you're giving up a 15-yarder. I rather if there's a risk of
not even a 50.
If there's a risk that's a probable not a low risk. I'm saying there's 15% chance that this ball's going to go. 15%. I mean that's a lot in football.
If he could average 45, I'm not even saying over 50, just 45.
Yeah.
And making sure that it's pinpoint almost every time. Yeah. He's putting 45. He's hitting the sidelines. Yeah. It's hitting inbounds, rolling out right there, or he's kicking away from the receiver back there. Yeah. I would take that over like you said, the spray and pray and hope for the best. Yeah. Because that's just not. But like you always say, and like Tomlin always has said, wins win. And and the scary thing is, they are literally the worst 5-3 team in I believe NFL history.
5-3 though.
And if you look at it, they could be 7-1.
They could also be.
They should be
3-5.
They should be 1 and whatever. What would that be? What would we play 8 games? So for 1-7. Yeah. But if they have one better drive against the Jacksonville Jaguars, they win. And if they don't get that field goal taken back.
And
at the half,
and they basically get exactly the points they gave and took away from us
from the refs gave.
That's 6-point swing.
So there's right there we were 1 or 2 plays.
And Kenny Pickett got hurt that play.
Yeah, there's only 1 or 2 plays in that game that we're winning. It's not like we were out of that game.
No.
And what was the other game that I was thinking about this morning?
Well, it definitely wasn't Tennessee.
No, Houston. The Texans just straight up.
Dude, that was ugly. I mean, I just saw a score of that, and then San Francisco. That was ugly.
San Francisco is the one where I thought.
I mean, I don't think anyone showed up to play in Houston.
No.
There was just no. Yeah. No one showed up.
Yeah, I agree. I think Houston.
Same as San Francisco. This wasn't even.
So.
I think they signed a no complete clause.
Yeah. Well. So you look at those 2 games. So realistically, they should. Realistically, that 6-2 they could be at, and
very easily too.
Very easily, and that's
the defense
that's
keeping
scary. Yeah. Wow.
Defense keeping it.
How about T.J. Watt? The sack, no helmet sack.
Dude.
How many of those in the NFL history?
The dude is an animal. He's another level.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone call me a homer if you want, but when people say Bose is better, or people say that Myles Garrett's better, or whatever, I don't give it. what you say, dude. That dude is on another level than everyone else. And
I don't think there's anybody on his level except for Aaron Donald. That's the only one I think.
Aaron Donald, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
or his brother, like 6-7 years ago. Yeah. Like, he's just...
But he's outpacing their numbers.
And I don't want to be a homer either, like... But...
The dude has won games from...
I would say 85 to 90% of every play, he's getting held, too.
Yeah.
And he's not getting called hardly ever.
No. How about that? I like when he looks like a zombie. Like, like it's going through how old.
And the guy's has his arm up around his shoulder pads. He's just going like this, and he looks at the ref, and the ref's just like,
"What do you? I didn't see it."
Yeah.
Dude, he's outpacing everyone's numbers and still going through that, and had an injury and all that, and he should have the record. He had one less. He had the same amount of as a Strahan record for.
Yeah.
He tied it.
Yeah.
Even though he missed a game that year.
Yeah.
But that would have given him even for the amount of games per season.
Yeah. I think he still has a great chance this year.
For the record, yeah.
Because I mean, like he gets like they get a mini bye like this coming week. They're not playing till the 12th of November, so next Sunday.
I hate Thursday night football.
Same.
I hate it.
I really
it's so dumb.
I mean, it's a moneymaker for the league, so it's never going to go away. But like
bad.
What did Amazon pay for those rights? Like they paid $1 billion or something for the Thursday night rights. And
it's bad. It's a short week. Everyone's banged up still from the other day. You know, physical football. I mean, imagine just being in a car wreck and you got to go be in more car wrecks like 4 days later.
Yeah. So I don't really care for Thursday night football, but it's probably never go away.
3 days before.
Now we got a mini bye though, so
we're on the good side.
Hopefully, we're on the good side of it. So hopefully they can get some rest up, and we got Green Bay coming in.
They're bad,
and
you should be at 6-3 after.
Yeah, and honestly, like Green Bay comes in, and I'm thinking on TJ's, like that 2 sacks probably. I'd say you heard it here first. I'd say 2 sacks.
Is that the line? Well,
I'd say 2 sacks or maybe a sack.
1.5 is the line.
I don't know.
You're taking the over?
I'll take the over. If it comes in at 1.5, I'm taking the over. Mm-hmm. If it comes in at 2.5, I still might take the over. I just agree. Yeah, and Green Bay just doesn't scare me. So
no, they look
crazy. You know what does scare me though is Penguins hockey.
Yeah.
They are. They look old.
Yeah,
they look old. So
dude, the other day against Anaheim.
Yeah,
dude, heartbreaker at the end. I mean, it was just I turned it off. Like you have a 5-on-3 for almost a full 2 minutes, and there's
can't score. And
out of the box.
18 seconds left. The pass squirts out to the center ice while he's coming out, and you have a goalie that can't save that.
Jari just doesn't have that big save in him.
I don't.
He has good. He's every goal you got to make a save. At some point you got to make a save, and he just doesn't. He just can't. He's a middle of the road goaltender. He's a good backup, and that's what he looks like. He looks like a backup goaltender.
I honestly like he'll go on spurts though, like where he does look like a world beater. Like he does make the saves, but those spurts are they might be 10 games. From the middle of November to December.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well he looks great there. And then the calendar year flips and he's just mediocre. Yeah. And like we need a guy back there that can steal you a game.
Yeah.
And he's just not that guy. And sadly, I don't know. They have a young guy in the minors that Bloomquist, I think his name is. Yeah. Hopefully he can come up here and be that guy someday. I would like to see him sooner than later, actually. But
yeah, I mean,
it's just...
It sucks that we're kind of all in and this is our last shot, but...
I wouldn't say this is our last shot this year, but I would say, we don't have more than maybe this in another season or 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That puts Sydney at 39. That puts Malkin at 40. That puts, Letang at 30.
And we're all in on those guys now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, we showed our hand. We got those guys.
That puts Carlson, 3 years from now, I think Carlson will be 37, 38, somewhere in there too. So, I don't know, man. You're right. Time is starting to dwindle.
The door's starting to close. I mean, the door's been closing, I think, but it's about to be slammed shut. And and we haven't won a playoff series, and I can't tell you how many years. It's been pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I thought we'd won this playoff series since we won the cup in 17, but I think
we won a playoff series in 18, then lost the second round to the Capitals. That's the year they won the cup. But we are now going on 6 years removed from our
cup.
Our cup, 7 seasons removed from our cup. So it's
something's it ain't working.
Yeah.
And then I thought, like, the end of last year, I thought it was going to be like, kind of sever the ties, bite the bullet. It sucks, but like, they signed everyone, and which is, I think it's cool. Yeah, and you played more seasons together with everyone, and if that's what you want, that's what you got. I mean, that's three people
they want, and they definitely got it.
Those three people are still going to put people in seats.
Oh yeah.
People love
hockey here.
Yeah, they do. They love the Pens. They love Letang. They love the Malkin. I thought we were going to sever ties with them, and I like the guys. It wasn't against them, but they just weren't producing what they were.
You gotta look. Yeah, you gotta look.
You can't pay people for what they were.
Yeah. Which
sucks in this game. You appreciate what they've done. You know all that. You can, but it's in the world of sports.
What have you done for me lately? And that's how sports is. And
unfortunately, but it is. Times, there's only so much of a window. The body breaks down after so long. It's not against anyone. And Letang, I'm just going to pick on him a little more, but after the health reasons and everything else under the sun the guy's been through, you can't blame the guy for losing half a step.
Yeah.
And in hockey, if you lose half a step, it might as well be 10. Because that's it. That's the difference between an all-star, a superstar, and an amateur hockey player. That's it.
The half step definitely, if you play the way he plays.
Yeah.
He wants to play deep into the offensive zone.
And he used to be able to do it.
Yeah.
He used to be able to play
if he would change his game and just, be like a blue line hawk and pinch every once in a while, but mainly stay at the blue line, be that home guy, cool. But like you said, a half a step, now he's not getting back, and you can see the difference. Yeah. Now that we have Erik Karlsson on the team, and he still has his speed, you can see that, Letang's just not that speed right now. Yeah.
I think he just needs to change his game, like you said. Yeah. Because if you watch a game, you'll find Chris Letang below the red line. Mm-hmm. If you just watch, it's not where you should be. Yeah. Because he used to be able to get back.
Yeah.
He used to be able to be below the red line and get back and cover, and unbelievable. He was. But now he just.
They scared me. That team scared me, and I hope it's just still early. We're only a month in. What are we maybe 15 games? I think maybe at that.
Yeah, you're right. So, it's so early. It's a long hockey season.
It's a long hockey season to go, and most people in this area don't even care about hockey till after football is done. So it's
hockey season does start the day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for America, definitely.
Yeah, America has basketball, but Pittsburgh has
hockey. Yeah, but I love basketball. I'll watch NBA. Yeah, a little bit. I coach it. This is what
tell us about the underdog.
We
never really talk about. So let's talk about.
I don't really talk about my personal stuff.
No, I think we absolutely should talk about it.
I coach basketball. I do clinics. This is from I do an all girls clinic because I don't think there's enough. Definitely not enough female youth sports involvement in our area that I've noticed. I'm a big advocate for young girls getting into sports, but I love basketball, so I'm more focused on the basketball aspect of everything. So I do an all girls clinic, but I do classes and stuff like that. I also coach at Armstrong. I do 8th grade boys, and then I help out with the youth girls program. So I help with the 6th grade girls there.
So Underdog is your brand.
Underdog is my brand. It's not a real university. Don't come at me, College of Educations or the government or whatever, whenever I
university got to be state funded.
Yeah. Well, it was I had to when I filed for the LLC, I couldn't even file for Underdog University LLC. It had to be Underdog U LLC because of using the word university.
Underdog.
I would have to be under the Department of Education and everything like that. And I was like, never. No.
Right.
So
that underdog you would I think that's pretty good. I mean, everyone gets what you're
Yeah. And some people look at it as like a demeaning thing, like, oh, you're underdog, like you're not as good as the other places. And I root for the underdogs in any sport. I always take the position of being an underdog, even if I was ever favored to win something, which I was never favored to win. I'm a 6 foot, not even 6 foot, quarter inch short, 6 foot white guy playing basketball. I sure as hell was ever like said, oh yeah, you're going places, but in this sport, you know. If I was smart, I would have stayed with soccer. Height doesn't really matter there, you know.
True.
But so we try to do stuff in the area and with basketball and stuff. But like college basketball starts, it's preseason college basketball. It's they've had their scrimmages and exhibition games with some teams locally, like Pitt has. Female and men's both have started those, and but like next week starts like the big tournaments, preseason tournaments and stuff.
So what are you aren't you having some tournaments at you have a gym?
Yeah. I have a gym in Slate Lake called AK Valley Sports Center. With a couple of my friends, Bob Monroe and Alyssa Young, and we have some youth tournaments coming up shortly, and then we have a youth female elementary league that runs from December through February. That's 4th, 5th, 6th grade girls are going to be there. There's games 4 nights a week. Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, like you're there pretty much
busy
all day, or evenings, sometimes. So, yeah, the basketball scene in this area is nice to see.
Yeah.
It's not considered, like a hot spot for basketball, Mecca for men's or female basketball. You don't. It's not like the New Yorks or like North Carolina.
I think not a lot of people will come to Pittsburgh for.
But I feel like it's going to start producing a lot more. There's going to be a lot more basketball athletes coming out of this area in the next 10 years or so. Just because the area is getting much better. I don't want to knock on the coaching from previous years, but like I see a bigger influx of coaches being invested in making sure that the product is getting better.
You're talking about Katanning area in general, you're talking about Pittsburgh?
I'm talking about Pittsburgh. Greater Pittsburgh area, Western PA area.
I think you're doing way better than some of the coaching Katanning
has
in their past.
No. Never say that.
You want to go there?
No. Never will say that. But college basketball is like my... Behind hockey and football, college basketball is like the sport that I will sit there and I don't care if it's 2 Division III teams playing. I will sit there and watch it and like I'm intrigued. Yeah. I might never heard these schools ever. I'm just like, I'll sit here and watch this because it's basketball.
Yeah.
I
can't watch an NBA game.
NBA is hard for me. It is. It's just. I
can watch basketball like college, but.
I respect what they can do. Yeah. Like NBA, I mean, these guys are freak athletes. They can shoot from anywhere on the court, and they make it at a very, very high clip, and that's enjoyable. Like, I respect that because the work to be able to do that, like, people think, oh, they're just naturally gifted. No. They put in hours and hours and hours of work all year round, not just during the season, not just in the off season. They're lifting during the season. They're making sure they're strong during the season. They're getting their shots up, before mornings of games and stuff. And I'm not saying other sports don't do that too, but the NBA is just the skill wise. It's just so. But it's just a bunch of this. Like there's no.
Listen, I don't know why in professional basketball just play 4 minutes. Just play 4 minutes. What's the matter? A 3-pointer in the first quarter doesn't matter at all. People are arguing about this, but really, if you watch a basketball game, does anything in the first 3.5 quarters matter? Does anything? Wow. Does anything? As long as you're within 10 points in the last 4 minutes of a game, you have a shot, right?
Oh, I'd say in the NBA, within the last 4 minutes, if you're within 15 to 17, you still have a really, really good shot of making the
I say just roll the dice, roll a dice, pick a random score, and play 4 minutes.
Because you watch youth. Yeah, that's the biggest thing definitely than any other major league sport.
Yeah.
NFL, if you're down more than 10 with 3 minutes left, you're
no. You can win. You can win. You can win a football game with a touchdown.
Yeah.
It means something. You know.
Yeah.
7-0. It happens. You know.
Yeah.
Like points in the first half means something.
Yeah.
Goal in the first half in hockey means something.
Yeah. And
any points in the first half of a basketball game, it's almost meaningless.
I mean, but still, like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like in a hockey game, like if you score in the first period, you come in the third period, there's still good possibility it's still 1-0 with 3 minutes left in the third period. So yeah, I get that.
Sport is so often in basketball, it just
and baseball, I think there is a lot of you still have a chance to win.
Yeah.
Even you could be down.
Congratulations to the Rangers.
Yeah, congrats.
Playoff baseball's pretty cool. I didn't watch it this year at all because I was kind of my schedule didn't line up, but I really do like every pitch matters.
Yeah,
playoff baseball's cool.
Yeah,
like regular season, it's like okay.
Shout out
really
to
matter.
Corey Seager. He went off this playoff season, and I mean I'm a huge Dodgers fan. So Dodgers didn't want to pay him, so he went to Texas, got that bag, and showed him, hey, look what I could have done for you. Right. And I'm not saying Dodgers didn't have good offense. They just their pitching and stuff come postseason was non-existent. So shout out to the Rangers. Shout out to playoff baseball. It is behind the Stanley Cup. And we've talked about this behind Stanley Cup playoffs. Baseball playoffs are the second best.
Yeah.
NFL. It's every game, but like NFL is just one game. Yeah. So you could have this team that barely gets in at like a 9-9 record or whatever, not 9-9, 9-8 now. Yeah, record. Get in and which makes it cool too. Yeah. But they can.
But look at the Raiders this year. That was a pretty low seed.
Yeah, they fought their whole way through.
Yeah,
and they undefeated on the road. That's pretty significant. To go into every road game and win, like, phew,
it's awesome.
That's having.
It's cool.
That's having some.
It's a good story.
Yeah,
it's a good story. It's what it is. It really is. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to watch a lot of it, but I just remember. I'm gonna go back to the Pirates But how cool was it when every pitch mattered for the Pirates? Like that was some of the best baseball games. The Cueto game and all that.
In our lifetime, yeah.
Yeah, it's the most memorable. Like I remember where I was when Cueto fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah,
I remember. I don't know if we talked about that on here already.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did, but it's like one of those moments. Like
you're right.
Every
pitch does matter.
9/11, Cueto baseball game. Yeah. I remember where I was.
Yeah. I remember
the two. One was
those two. I remember where I was for the 3 Stanley Cups the Penn won.
And the
Super
Bowl wins.
Yeah.
Any other game? I don't think I really remember where I was.
Yeah. That's what makes sports, so popular in what it is now. What else is popular is this is a little weird segue, but
okay.
So. What is your cutting your toenails to your fingernails equation? What? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about today. So the other day,
do you cut your toenails
compared to your fingernails. Like I cut my fingernails like every week to 10 days.
Yeah,
but I do not cut my toenails every week.
Thursday is my day. Like that's my grooming day. You have a groom day. Like after this. Well, today's Friday. So I missed my Thursday. Well, usually my self-groom, go get a haircut.
Yeah.
Like trim up. I gotta trim up the beard.
Just wondering,
I was getting a haircut, so I didn't trim the beard.
Do other people's cut? Do you cut your toenails as much as you cut your fingernails? Either do I.
It might be gross.
I was just wondering, like,
maybe 3. Is it 3 to 1?
I was like, I'm like definitely 2 to 1. Like I'll go at least 2 fingernail clippings before. Well, I guess that would be 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my toenails don't grow as fast as my fingernails.
And they're not. I keep my toes hidden.
Yeah,
I know you hang them out.
I'm still barefoot. It's 35 degrees out. I got flippy floppies on. So
it's gross.
Yeah, well,
dude.
It's gross.
See, no one sees mine unless I'm like if people are coming over the pool.
Yeah,
I clip them, I guess.
Yeah,
but if I'm putting them in my shoes, until they're. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounmes gross, but it is what it is.
And then I know girls probably get theirs done like 1-to-1 because like how many girls go get their fingernails done? They get pedicure and manicure.
Oh, they gotta do both, right?
They do both. Yeah. So I would say girls probably definitely 1-to-1.
Are they going every week?
No, every 2. I'm just saying from my girlfriend who has her own nail salon.
Shout out to like
to like no to like salon.
A shout out, not a sponsorship.
Yeah, shout out, not sponsorship, unless they want to. You know,
yeah.
That could be in every episode if you guys
would just
swag. Yeah,
give us some swag.
If you ladies would there's also deals. Holly is a stylist there, so that's where the 2 comes from and 2 alike.
Yeah.
There's Holly and Kylie in that, and I'm pretty sure her clients go to her like every 2 weeks. So
they are pretty religious about it.
That's
my mother happens to be one of them, and I feel like she's always told me I gotta go see Kylie. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so I feel like it's definitely 1-to-1. Like they're getting their nails done every time they're getting. Yeah. If not by her, they're gonna go home and cut their nails and make sure their nails look good.
Do women even do anything by themselves with nails? I mean.
Oh yeah, I feel like yeah.
Do they trim them up?
I feel like there's.
What do they do?
I would say more probably don't go get their nails done than do get their nails done.
It's expensive.
That's the question of the week. If you guys could help us out.
Dude, I have no idea what women do.
Out in the comments on YouTube, if they could, who gets their nails. We're not put a poll up on maybe Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify's got it.
They do easy. Poll. Yeah, we'll do it easy. It's easy to set up a poll on Spotify.
How often? What's your ratio of
nails to
toes?
Yeah, fingernails to toes.
Maybe I bet I can do one. But I bet I can do 2 polls, one for men and one for women.
Yeah.
Because I need to know.
I'd like to know.
I need to understand women.
I would like to know. Yeah.
So does every man ever. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen.
No. Once you start figuring them out, they switch it up. They just change
it.
They'll be like, yeah, I know. And it's like, where did that
come from? Dang. I'll never understand.
Nah.
Clueless.
I try not to. You know what?
My life's better this way. Being in the dark I'm a happier person.
I just do my best. That's all I can do. I try my best. And I probably fuck up more than I do good, but
I'm sure that's an average of guys probably. Fuck. What's the fuck up to good job? Probably
I don't know.
That's definitely 3-to-1.
Oh, I think that's a low number. I think it's like more 5-to-1s. It's probably 6-to-1 somewhere in there. Yeah, but
we'll never understand women.
No. But yeah, so I was just wondering about that the other day when I was clipping my fingernails. I was wondering, am I weird that I don't cut my fingernails or my toenails every time I cut my fingernails, or is that average or normal?
No, I think that's. For guys, I think it's normal. Yeah. Like when my toes are hidden, and you're right, they don't grow as fast.
No.
And I feel like if I'm in public and if I shake someone's hand, and I have long fingernails, I'm super self-conscious about it. And nothing worse than like grabbing someone's hand that has.
Once I like a can.
No one's grabbing my foot.
If I go like this on a can, and my fingernail can curl underneath the can.
That's how you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta cut them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, that's
way too long now.
But
these are grody.
These ones are I think I cut them Monday. So what are we 4 or 5 days in? So they're starting to grow, but
they're not gross though. I would shake your hand.
Thank you. I try my best.
Yeah.
So
mine are due. So this is probably last Thursday. So it's been a week, and I got some dirt under them too.
Yeah,
I'm a little greasy.
I'm like every 7 to 10 days. Like it's. Like you're saying, I get self-conscious. Like if I go shake someone's hand and I scratch them because I have long fingers, I'm like, oh
God, I'm rather good.
This guy,
die in a hole.
Who does this person think I am? Like some fucking
gosh.
What are you, a falcon? Like what are you trying to claw me?
That's all I would think about. The whole, like if you were talking to me after I did that, that's all I think about. Like I feel like I just scratched. Yeah.
This guy scratched me.
Right.
In broad daylight. You picked up my CD.
Jesus.
Don't take us down, please.
It's a movie.
It's a movie quote.
Probably a movie you probably couldn't make today.
I don't know. They made that. Did you watch the Champions one with the handicap basketball players? I liked it because it was basketball. Woody Harrelson's their coach. It's actually really, really good.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like heartwarming and funny at the same time. Yeah. And it's a good one. It's not as deliberate in poking fun as Ringer is, but it's still good. I liked it. Yeah, it's.
So
I think it's on Amazon Prime. I watched it or something.
Do you think recently we've peaked at the cancel culture? Do you think it's coming back? I think it's coming back. I think it's
coming back too.
Like, you know what? I think things are starting to.
Yeah.
People are over it.
Yeah.
People are over the fact that they're so scared to say things. And do you think it has to do with Elon taking over Twitter?
I think it's just the fact that
people feel a little bit more open about things to say.
I'm sure that helps. You know, when there's somebody that high up, like just saying, hey, like, just be yourself. Like, it's not, as long as you're not trying to cause harm to somebody. Like,
I agree.
And that's my whole. And I think more people have those views. They're just
so scared to say it.
Everybody's saying stuff like in the small percentages pushing on society so much. So like you're like, oh, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, and it's like you're not trying. Like you're just poking fun. Like
we've become a habit of. There's 99% of people that would find it funny.
Yeah.
But there's 1% of people that won't. But we have so accustomed to catering to the 1%, and not just comedy. I'm talking about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So scared of this very loud 1% that influence the rest of the 99 people. So, and I'm not talking just comedy. I'm talking about like a lot of things in general. This whole era we're in, we're catering to this 1%, and it's not the voice of the greater good, or it's not. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's healthy to be catering to 1% of people, other than 98% of what.
I agree. Like as long as we're not causing like that 1%, if they're saying like like the same-sex marriage that in that avenue that needed to have a voice. Like I feel like same-sex should have a voice, and they should be able to be married and be in relationships and stuff.
I think so
that
too.
was causing harm. Like that was the majority was causing harm on them and making them feel like they were.
Well, it's a law-binding agreement too.
Yeah.
It's like if immediate family members are like someone's in the hospital or something, and immediate family, like the person you love, is not able to because of they're gay or whatever.
Sex.
Same. They're not legally married or whatever. So they're immediate family, but that is your fucking family.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
I believe.
And I think 99% of the people would agree with that.
Yeah.
But the 1% that doesn't see that kind of avenue.
Yeah.
And that's when you start bringing religion and Christianity, marriage and stuff. That's well over my head.
Yeah.
But the grand scheme of things should be, if your partner in life should be your legal family, whether you want to call it marriage or what, and I don't know why you wouldn't call it marriage, but whatever you want to call it, that person should be included lawfully as your immediate family member, and should have all the benefits of any married woman or couple or man and woman or woman, they should have the same exact.
They should all be the same exact, and I'm glad that we're finally there. And is there still people out there that rail against that and that belief? Yeah, and they're the 1% of the bullshit. There's the 1% of this bullshit. There's 1% of this bullshit, and I full-heartedly believe that there's 90% of America that thinks, no matter your race, sex, creed, your financial status, whatever, I believe that there is still 90% of America that still has those same morals and thoughts.
Well,
and you might have.
We got to cater to this 5% on this side and 5% on that side, and all the 90% in the middle are just like
here we go again.
Are sensible people that can actually have a thought about it instead of getting so excited and loudmouth on so far that way and so far on that way that you can't have. There's no discussion. The only people arguing are the 5% on each side.
Yeah,
and they're pretty much lunatics.
But I would say cancel culture I think is starting to swing back into more of people are just like, hey,
tired of it.
Like, go ahead and cancel me. You know? Basically, like,
Bill Burr, dude, just like you can't cancel me, dude.
What are you gonna do? Yeah,
right.
Well, oh man,
that person. What's he do?
Comedian.
Joe Rogan.
No. Well, yeah, he's
another one that can't cancel. He's just too big. Chappelle, right.
Like, and those are comedians, and yes, they're probably the last breed that they were trying to go after, and they were the ones that said, screw it, go ahead. And now I think it's giving more people the belief and freedom and the thought to say, hey, like, you know what, there's you can be upset with me, and don't like me. That's okay.
But it made their following bigger, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why are these people trying to cancel him? It's probably something good. Yeah. It's probably like, oh man, we got to go follow him because he's saying something that's controversial, and I still like comedy, so it's actually going to make their.
But I heard a kid. He was probably, I mean, he's younger than me, but he's probably in his freaking 20s. I have no idea. Walking down the street the other day, I just heard, like, they were talking, and all I heard just while I walked past, the kid goes to the other kid, oh, that's gay. And I was like, oh, man, is that coming back? Like, is that, are we back to saying that? We say that again? That's gay? Because I thought, like, that was never coming back. Right. And that was, like, the saying in school, you know? Right. That's gay.
Yeah. And like, damn. This is how it was. Yeah. Everything was gay.
I didn't mean...
it didn't mean it just meant dumb.
Dumb, yeah.
It was just meant.
Yeah. And I'm not saying gay people are dumb. I'm just saying that's what we meant by it. No. You know, that's like when these young kids, though, say, like, oh, that's cap or all this other shit. I'm like, what does that mean?
Just how he's talking.
You know,
just how he spoke.
Yeah. So it's I feel like, yes, cancel culture, I think, is starting to become a thing of the past. And I think another avenue of why is starting to come back to becoming less and less frequent you hear about is because a lot of these people that they were trying to cancel, like so-and-so, like, you know, like Trevor Bauer, that girl was saying that he raped her and did all this stuff to her sexually. Well, I don't know if it was rape, but like that turned out to be false. Like she was making that up.
Right.
So like, and that's just one example. I've seen others, you know, in the news and stuff.
Well, if you canceled everyone, who's even left at this point? Who's left?
Yeah, really.
I mean, you canceled everyone at some point.
Yeah.
Who's left?
And I also don't understand too. Like everybody, you know, Bill Maher had a segment about this. You know, trigger warnings on everything. Like all these young kids, oh, you can't say this word, you can't say that word, it hurts my feelings, blah blah blah. It's like.
Yeah.
Literally, any word that I say, if you don't like me, you're going to say that triggered you and hurt your feelings, and you're going to try to ruin me.
Then you say it's someone called racist.
Just because I have a different view than you, their only way of trying to come back at you now is instead of having a conversation or an argument or a discussion, or I don't like what you're saying. I don't like what you're saying, and you just keep on going your merry way. It's I don't like what you're saying, so I'm going to just straight up try to run you through the mud and make you
drag you to the mud,
be real relevant, and that's just.
And you go digging for things, and
I've always had the thought process that's just wasted energy that I could put on to something else in my life. Like I do not care what Joe Blow is doing over here and what Sally Susan is doing over there. Like. Could care less what people are doing.
I don't care about anything enough in life to derail what I want to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing I care about.
Be like, enough. Like, I literally want to say, oh, what you're doing is stupid. That's gay. And then, like, just move on.
Way to bring that full circle.
Yeah. Nice. You like that? You like that?
Well done.
But yeah, I think cancel culture is pretty much done. I'd say, like, we're pretty much done with this episode. I don't have a topic for tits this week, sorry. I know. You do? Quick topic for tits. If you guys...
If you notice, we're inside, right?
What happened?
We're inside.
Yeah.
Because the other day we decided to have a little dusting of the snow.
Yeah.
First one of the year. Yeah, and the first time I can ever remember there being snow this early in the year in a long time.
Oh, no. We've had snow, like, in October, like, mid-October before.
I mean, before, right, but in a while, considering the last couple winters we've had.
Yeah, we had El Nino winters. This winter's supposed to be pretty bad.
I mean, does that put a damper in the global warming theory?
No.
So
it's not.
I guess there's our segment, our global warming. We're going to do a tits of global warming.
Do we have you want me to look up an article about global warming?
No, I just wanted to have a little open discussion about it.
Open discussion. This is going to be our tits segment. We do a tits segment every week. It's funny name, serious topic, tits, topics with intrusive thoughts.
Right. We're going global warming because I just can't talk about
all right.
things going on in the world right now.
Why? So you believe that just because we got snow, it should start pushing that back?
No,
I believe.
It was something I just thought of. And,
yeah.
But here about global warming. Is it happening? I 100% think the world is heating up. Yes, I don't think that's a doubt. Do I think that the carbon footprint between me and you and our farms and the cows and everything and cars are having that big of an effect on what is pushing the
I would say me, you, and the population that's on the world, there's 7 billion people in the world now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the population in the 1950s of the world? World population. Having that many people on Earth is going to make... We're all breathing out a lot more air.
I agree. But I think this whole thing is like Jeff Towers, he just put up a nice little graph of the natural cycle, what the Earth's been over the last couple thousands or maybe millions of years. I forget what the graph was. But it's a very constant up, down. We've had ice ages, we've had global warming before. I don't know. Do I think we're having an effect? I sure do. I think the human population on this Earth is having some sort of effect globally to the health of the planet. Yes.
Oh,
do I think?
I mean, we have combustion cars now, and we have all this stuff. Yes.
So, but I don't think we're having enough effect to globally change what the climate's doing. I think it was going to happen either way. What I think.
Yeah.
I think it was going to happen either way, and if we are having an effect, and maybe we are more than what I'm thinking, but if there's one atmosphere around this Earth, right? Yeah. The carbon footprint that what China and India right now are putting out compared to what the United States is astronomically more pollutants going into the atmosphere than what we are here. And unfortunately, we're handicapping ourselves on the global level because China's not going to stop. You know what I mean? China is not going to slow down any kind of production.
Russia's not going to stop.
They're not going to put sanctions on anything. They're going to keep building and building and getting further. And all you're doing is helping by handicapping us and putting more sanctions on what we got.
Yeah.
And you're just handing them. And if we need plastic, we're not going to stop making plastic. China's going to make more plastic.
Then we'll just ship it over here.
So we're making a bigger...
Yeah, you're making a bigger carbon footprint because now you have... They're going to make it. Now you got to put it on a boat and bring it the whole way over here. And then you got to put it on trucks and ship it, or airplanes, and ship it to the cities in America, where you could have a plant in 3 cities throughout America, and they're regional, and they basically do the Eastern, Midwest, and the West Coast. Boom. You just save down a lot, probably. Yeah, I agree full-heartedly. I think there's
bigger issues we have to worry about right now than
World War III, right on the brink.
Imminent.
We might not have a podcast come summer of next year because we're going to be in war.
Right. That's a real possibility. Yeah. And it terrifies me.
Yeah.
But I think the global, the globalists or not the global warming people. Yeah. I just think, do I think it's an issue? Sure. And I just don't think it's today's biggest issue.
Well, so in 1950, from 1950 to 2010, the world population increased by 2.5 billion to 6.9 billion. But that's not what I asked.
No, we're at, well, if they're at 1950,
so
we're
at 4.4 billion in 1950.
1950?
1950.
We doubled that now.
We doubled it in 70 years.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
what do you expect?
Yeah. A lot of people.
What do you expect is going to happen? You have double the people now.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, we don't have enough trees. I think we have plenty of trees. I think there was probably more trees now on Earth than there were in the 50s. But
I don't know.
Do we have double the trees because we have double the population? Probably not. How many trees? I don't know this answer, but how many trees does it take for you to, is it 3 trees per one person to,
Does one person consume 3 trees in their life?
Oh,
between paper products and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, by far, and I just think global warming, there's other avenues of going about it.
And I think we're handicapping ourselves.
I definitely see us handicapping ourselves for the mere fact that, like you said, there's countries out there that are just giving the world a big middle finger and saying,
I'm not saying go out there and burn tires. That's not what I'm getting at. No, that's not good for
But did you see that video? Like, it was like June or July. I saw this video of like Iran or Iraq. They were burning like over 50,000 tires. Just burning them.
There's one atmosphere last time I checked.
Yeah. So you're telling me that those tires over there, that all the cows' farts are producing more carbon emissions than those tires? Get the heck out of here.
I'm not saying even be like irresponsible with what you're wasting and things like that, because I think it's 100%. You should be conscious.
Yeah.
But let's not handicap our entire economy around. And I think we'll get there. I think we're going to get to a point where we are more efficient with our energy sources and everything like that, and cleaner and better and cleaner. But by shutting everything down now and putting stress on the grid where there's already rolling blackouts and things like that, I don't think that's the right move.
I saw they in Texas, they're putting a new EV battery plant in to make battery for your cars and stuff.
Yeah, what's the
did
carbon footprint of a battery?
Did you also see that what they have to put in to make the electricity for the plant to make those batteries? Sure, they have to put a whole brand new coal-fired power plant in.
Oh, cool.
Because they don't have enough power on the grid. Oh. Hey, working house. Gemma.
All right, Gemma, close us out.
So it's just crazy. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're doing good, but then you're doing what you consider bad because you got to put in a coal-fired power plant. Here's a thought. Why don't you put a nuke plant in, and you could probably have more power than just that that plant. You could probably power another 6 or 7 homes. Then you can get
7 homes with power plant. Maybe more than that.
And then you can get rid of some of them, wind turbine farms.
Yeah, they're not efficient enough.
But you're saying like there's people here in that I know in our area that want to make a conscious effort and do better, and they wanted to put solar panels on their house, and yet they gotta go through hoops and everything, get through regulation and making sure they get the permits, and it's
that's handicapping too.
It's handicapping.
Too much
people.
Paperwork. You're trying to do the right thing, and then you're
telling me that I need to do my part. I'm trying to do my part, save some energy. Mm-hmm. And then you're saying that now I have to wait for this permit to be approved. And then we get going, and then you're like, oh no, like that's not right. We got to do it this way. And so now I got to pay all this extra money. It's like it's not worth it.
No,
it's
too much work.
I saw this article or this guy. He was in a town meeting down in Virginia, I believe, and he was going off saying like how people were putting electric or solar panels on their house and producing electricity, and the power company wanted to buy it back for 4 cents per whatever kilowatt or whatever it was, and then they're going back and selling it to people that don't have it for like 22 cents. So you're telling me
so I'm producing, and then you're making a 5 times
profit off it?
Yeah.
Do you think that's fair?
No. It's my power.
I did all this. I should be able to dictate where the power even goes. If I want to put, let's say at your house, you put solar panels, you have enough for your house, and your neighbor comes to you and says, hey, can I get some of that power off you? I should be allowed to sell it to my neighbor for whatever price I want to sell it to my neighbor, because it's mine. I put all the effort in,
Yeah. You invested. You invested.
Yep. Yeah, so it's like really weird that they want you. It's like it's kind of just they want you to be sheep and just follow and not have your own thoughts, and that this is just with the global warming. There's a lot of other areas in the world that in your daily lives where they just want you kind of, we know best, so just do it, don't ask questions. And it's like, and that's
makes it really hard for someone to do the right thing. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And you're trying to do the right thing, do what's good for you. And I mean, I'm going through paperwork and junk just for like this Brazil trip and all this stuff. It's such a pain in the ass. Just do the right thing.
Yeah.
It is so hard.
Yeah.
You're like, it's 2023. It should be easy. It should be streamlined.
It's not right at all.
Right?
Yep.
It should be easy. You made it hard.
It's not. I agree. So that's the end of our tits topic for this week.
Yeah.
Global warming. Is it a thing? Yes. Could you do some of your own parts of it? Yes. Mm-hmm. should we basically change everything in the world within 10 days? Essentially, that's like what they want to do.
Ourselves.
They want to handicap us. They want to try to change us with it. You know, they want all these things done before 2027. And I saw 2035.
No combustion energies by 2035 and stuff like that.
And like some of them are
if
like,
someone comes up with a better technology and it's efficient and it's great for everyone, 100% I'm in. 1,000% I'm in.
Well, did you like Elon Musk had those cars that were running on water, and the government came in and basically.
Yeah, it's too cheap.
Yeah.
Wow. You remember we had steam cars?
Yeah.
I've seen Leno. He had one.
Yeah.
He has one.
Yeah.
A steam car. You don't think we can made that more efficient in the last 70, 80, 90, 110 years?
Because I think that car was like 1910. So
so 110 years.
Yeah.
Give or take?
I'm pretty sure. And, you know,
I think we could have figured out a little bit more efficient.
Hey, I gotta stop. I gotta go get a hose and get some water out of the river so I can get my car.
That's what a nuclear power plant does. A nuclear power plant, it heats up water. That's it. It's a really efficient way of heating water. That's it.
It's crazy. So
really fancy coffee pot.
Yeah. I wouldn't drink that water.
No, don't drink it. Don't like it.
So, hey, thanks for staying with us this week. This is Don't Pass Go podcast, episode 13. 13 already, 13. Man. Like I said, if you guys can get us to 100 views in over both our formats, we're on Spotify and we're on YouTube. If you get us, I will. My suggestion is I do snow angels with a Speedo. If you guys have a better suggestion that doesn't involve me,
plunge in the river.
I'll do that. I'll do that. But if it heights, no, I'm out. I don't really want to do anything with heights. So anything but heights.
Heights is 200.
Yeah. Heights is 200 per. It has to be one episode of views over 200. Oh my. One episode over 200, or. If we can get our subscriptions on YouTube up over 500, I'll do skydiving. Yeah, I'll do that. But
you heard it here first.
You heard it here. Episode 13. It's in the books. See you guys. Love yous.
Toodaloo.
Don't be a jackass.